Good afternoon, gentlemen and gentlewomen. Thank you very much for attending this conference this afternoon. My name is Giacomo Bernobi. I am pre-sales technician at Enerblue, an Italian company which produces chillers and heat pumps with natural refrigerant since about 10 years. Okay. Today I'm going to present our very new product, freshly produced in our facility, 30 kilometers southern from Padua, more or less. The name of the new range is called Silver. Okay, it's a chiller, air-cooled chiller of big capacity. Okay, I will divide my presentation according to the following points. So, a short introduction to the range. The main points, the main focus on the unit, what the unit can be used for, how big the unit is, what kind of application the unit is suitable for. I'll give some tips about connectivity, how we tested the unit, how we developed the unit in our facility. So as mentioned, the new range is called Silver. Okay, it's air-cooled unit filled with refrigerant propane, and the cooling capacity goes between 300 and 770 kW cooling capacity at nominal conditions, so air temperature 35, outlet water temperature 7 degrees according to the norm. The range was developed with 11 sizes, okay, without inverter, with double inverter, okay, so full inverter. The unit is equipped with semi-hermetic screw compressors, okay. The unit is thought for only cooling, but it is possible to keep the unit with a second plate heat exchanger, so a dissipator. It is also possible to keep the unit with a total heat recovery option, so full heat recovery. The unit is equipped with microchannel coils and was developed for being also relatively silent according, in any case, to the dimension of the unit. So these are the main features of the unit. The electric panel is IP54, okay. The controller of the unit is a programmable one. We wrote the software at our facility. And the fans, of course, is a standard for chillers, for monoblock chillers. So AC fans, axial fans of 900 millimeters from German supplier. The unit is equipped with microchannel coils, so it's a standard for the range of chillers nowadays in V-shape form. Okay, the compressors are The compressor are closed to make the unit relatively silent. Otherwise, the noise would be too high, also for the norms. As mentioned, the unit is filled with propane, so flammable refrigerant. So the unit is equipped with all necessary equipments to prevent risks, for like the extraction fan, ATEX extraction fan in the compressor room. Okay, a gas sensor to detect a possible leakage also in the compressor room. And ATEX components like the compressors in the compressor room. The unit is also equipped with small brackets to lift it with a crane. Okay, the hydronic module can be customized in the sense that we can choose to equip the unit with 1 pump, 2 pumps, inverter-driven pumps, water tank, and so on. The part below the electrical cabinet is an enclosure to protect the electrical cable, so the power supply which goes into the unit from below. The inverter placed here are under inverter. Well, it is possible to decide, so without inverter or with inverter, and the unit is as mentioned, thought to prevent any risks concerning the flammable refrigerant. Why propane? So NBlue is producing only chillers with propane since about 10 years. We think that propane is an extremely efficient refrigerant, is nothing new. For us is our standard, as the AC fans we mount on the unit and inverter-driven compressor. We studied this unit to develop a real efficient product, okay? The microchannel coils and the refrigerant charge were developed to be very, very low. So also to avoid a risk concerning the flammable refrigerant, we made the unit with a very, very low refrigerant charge. As mentioned, okay, this is the 10th year for NBlue. We produce chillers, so monoblock chillers and monoblock heat pumps with propane, and we're celebrating the 10 years forward party at our stand for the 10th years for the ceremony. The range, okay, is divided in several sizes. As I mentioned, is made up of 11 sizes. Okay, the first two sizes are called 300 or 340.1. Okay, the name of the size corresponds to the cooling capacity of the single unit. Okay, and in this case, the unit is equipped with one compressor, okay, which can produce 300 or 340 kW, and the compressor is always inverter regulated. The following sizes goes from size 350 to 770. In this case, it is possible to choose one inverter-driven compressor and one on-off compressor. Alternatively, we can have two inverter-driven compressor, which is much more suggested in case we have air conditioning application, because the set point is much more regular and the efficiency of the unit is much, much higher. If we have industrial applications, so process cooling applications, also from concerning the norm, on-off compressor are tolerated. Of course, the reaching of the set point is not as much stable as with twin inverter, but in any case, we expect the process cooling to be more constant than air conditioning applications. AC fans are standard for our chillers, okay? AC fans not only make our unit more efficient and compliant to the norm, but we allow the plant to save more or less 20% of the energy absorption compared to AC fans. As mentioned, the controller is parameterized at our plant. We wrote the software by ourselves of this unit. Okay, the unit is equipped. The controller is from Italian manufacturer, so a former Italian company bought by a big group, big international group. The unit is delivered standard with an LCD screen, and it is possible to equip the unit with a touch screen interface of 4 thumbs. As mentioned, this kind of unit, we wanted to make a unit, to produce a unit suitable for more than one application, for more than a sector. Okay, these units are suitable for HVAC application, process cooling application. I mean, it could be hotels, hospitals, sport arenas, exhibitions, data center, and so on. We will see later the envelope of this unit. How we thought to develop the range is explained here. Okay, these are the 11 sizes, okay, of the range, which goes between 300 kW cooling capacity up to 770 kW at air temperature 35, water 7. Okay, impressive is the level of the efficiency of the unit. Okay, with that one inverter compressor and one on-off compressor, we have more or less 4.6, 4.9, so relatively good levels of efficiency. If we consider a full inverter version, so 2 inverter-driven compressors, we have an even higher level of efficiency. How the unit is built, let's say, so the first 2 sizes are made up of 6 fans. The other 4 sizes are made up of 8 fans. Just one size is with 10 fans. And the last sizes, so the last 4 sizes, are made up of 12 fans. As mentioned, considering the relatively wide application range, okay, this is the envelope of the unit. So the unit is suitable for HVAC application, but also for process cooling application. Of course, the unit, so the water circuit has to be equipped with glycol mixture water, okay? So the minimum water temperature can be -5, the maximum water outlet temperature can be -20, okay? And the unit can work without problem down to -10 outside temperature. The unit is equipped with a relatively traditional plate heat exchanger, and we expect the unit to work with a delta T between 3 and 5 under standard conditions. It will be possible to provide the unit in cooling-only version, okay? So 2 pipes traditional version, providing cool water to correctly dimensioned water tank, or if there is a proper amount of water in the water circuit, also without water tank, but let's consider this a standard case. With a desoperiter, with an additional plate heat exchanger to partially recover the heat of the cooling capacity, okay, supplying a hot water tank. And in some cases, extremely interesting, the total heat recovery version. So we cool the water tank, so we cool down a cold water tank, and at the same time we recover the same energy to heat up a second water tank. Concerning the communication protocols, okay, the unit is able to communicate via Modbus, okay, RTU or TCP/IP, as well as via BACnet. So it's a standard for our sector, via BACnet IP or MSTP. The Modbus communication protocol is standard already in the controller. It is possible as option to equip the unit also with BACnet communication protocol. It is possible to equip the unit with our internally developed remote monitoring system called NBlue on Web. So what can we make with this remote monitoring control? We can check 24/7 the unit working, okay, on field, so very useful from the service point of view. It is possible to record and download the diagrams of the unit working on live. It is possible to check or modify parameters if some condition of the unit should be changed during the functioning of the unit. And the communication system is able to send emails in case the unit goes on alarm or the unit stops. So in extremely case, a physical service technician is needed on the machine, as in every case, but thanks to our remote monitoring system, it is possible in many cases to prevent errors, to prevent problems on the unit, monitoring regularly, monthly, the unit from remote. About the test, okay, we have already more or less 10 of the units running on field, okay. What do we mean with test? So we developed the first prototypes in our plant. We delivered then this prototype to customers. We were able to, thanks to our remote monitoring system, to monitor the performance of the first units on field running for at least 1 year. We collected the data, we adapted the unit to the plant, we changed some manufacturing parameters, okay? So after 2 years, we were able to launch officially the unit from in our product portfolio, and today the unit is already available from Eneblue through our distributor sales net. The test, allowed us to check first the quality of the components we used. We always try to use high quality components, from very reliable suppliers. We were able to verify if the refrigerant circuit was designed correctly. Of course, it was from beginning on. We were able to check if the electrical wiring, as it was thought at the beginning, was correct, and we were also able to test the units under several outside ambient conditions, because the units ran for a couple of years. So winter. We also delivered a couple of units in Northern Europe, where winter temperatures are relatively low. Also in winter, the units worked all year long, also at some quite difficult outside conditions, so -10, -12 degrees. And concerning the quality standards of the unit, of course, we issue our CE conformity declaration. The unit is designed and built according to all necessary norms to deliver a unit. So the PAD, the machine directive, the EMC directive, and the eco design, of course, as I showed before, the unit is compliant thanks to a quite high efficiency level. Of course, Eneblue is also compliant with the ISO 9001 for internal processing, and this helps us to work in a more fluent way every time, also concerning developing of this unit like this one. So from my side, I said everything, and I thank you very much for your attention.